Hey there, today we're talking about the great COVID cover up. Hey, this is Tom's Talk Show, and I've started this channel just so I can sit down and get my thoughts out, let people kind of know what's rattling around in my brain. Because I do a lot of research. I mean, this whole COVID coronavirus thing, from the beginning, I was, finding out as much information as I could. I mean, that's, as kind of the leader of the family, that's your job, right? You need to be able to get as much information and guide your family in the right direction. So luckily, my family is not vaccinated, never going to get vaccinated, not going to get any of these things stuck in our body. And because of that, partially that's part of the reason that we moved, from California to Florida, because California's nuts. I'm just saying. So I was going around looking at different things, and I found a video from Glenn Beck. I don't usually watch Glenn Beck, but something just came up, and it's like, well, as I work, I'm in IT, and I work here and have all my computers hanging around here. I've got iPads and laptops and everything hanging around here. And I have tinnitus from all the rock and roll from my youth. So I need some kind of noise, something playing in the background. So I'm like, well, I'll just put this Glenn Beck thing on. Because it's 2 hours, and I don't want to be switching around videos. So I'm just let it go. It's 2 hours. It's fine. But as it was going, I just kept looking. I'm like, wow, what he's saying is amazing, that all of this actually started. People say, well, this whole thing started, and, it was actually in 2019 that all this kind of got going and everything else. And there was a tech conference in November of 2019 that they've linked, like 30,000 cases back to this tech conference, and that spread it across the country. I'm like, no, actually, from documentation and everything, this thing goes back way back to 2005. So 15 years ago, they've been trying this and working at this and trying to get, maybe in the beginning, okay, they were doing some testing and might have been, had good intentions back then. But after a while, working with the Chinese, so much money in it, then they said, well, we're doing all this research. We need to be able to turn that into actual vaccines. But the whole system is geared to not let that happen, because you need to do some preliminary studies, in a lab. Then you need to start doing maybe some animal trials and see how that works. Do another animal trial, have everybody do that, and then do maybe a very limited, small group human trial. And then from there, you do a little bit bigger human trial. I mean, this could take decades. I mean, this could just be, forever to try and do this new system and set this up. And then somebody's like, well, what if we actually had a pandemic? What if something actually happened and we had to actually, the government would force us and let us do this? Well, it turns out Moderna and NIH actually have a co-ownership of the mRNA vaccine. Interesting. The government actually owns the vaccine, part of the vaccine. You didn't know that, did you? And this has been going on for years. And all this stuff got finalized right before everything kicked off. So, Occam's razor. I think Occam's razor is at play. You don't know the Occam's razor. I could tell you to look it up, but it's just often, the simplest solution, the simplest explanation is typically the answer. So a lot of this played out because these people were trying to create, these super viruses by doing gain of function. Yes, it was gain of function. Taking something that can't be used and transmitted in humans and making it so it can. That's a function that did not have before. Thank you, Rand Paul. Yes, Fauci is lying. So just to be completely serious about that. If you want to really get into research about Fauci, just look at his role in the AIDS epidemic, and look at his role and his flip-flopping and everything in the COVID epidemic and the COVID, pandemic thing, all of these things. He's so invested in what his buddies are doing in the pharmaceutical companies and the lab industry and the experimental industry and the virology industry. He's so in bed with them, with all this money. I mean, they're asking for like another $9 billion or something, from this video that I saw from Glenn Beck. It should be zero. It should go down to zero. Other than helping people, everything should be to help people right now. So, and they had this new, I forget what it's called, this new antiviral that they're coming out with that's supposed to help, even though it doesn't work as good as ivermectin. But ivermectin is like 7 cents a pill, and this new one that they have made is, like $700 or $800 a pill. So of course this is about money. So in the Glenn Beck thing, they did provide a document that has links to every PDF of all of the information that they have, and I'm currently going through it, and I recommend people watch the video and go through as many of these documents as they can about the vaccine arms race, as they call it, how they're trying to create these super viruses so that they can use vaccines in a new way, this mRNA method. Then when the pandemic begins, how there's all kinds of things like the Wuhan lab, suddenly their databases are deleted. They have a new air duct system that they get put in place. They have a new air incinerator that they want to get put. An air incinerator? Oh my gosh. And these are all right like weeks before the pandemic starts. So don't tell me Occam's razor isn't at play. The most obvious answer to the question is it came from the lab. Then the cover-up, all the different emails, Fauci's emails, all these different things that were going on. All these documents are available for us as the public to view. And we should view them, and we should know what is going on. Every medicine that you see on TV, for high blood pressure, for, blood clots or whatever it is, there's always the big disclaimer on the bottom. This could cause A, this has got B, your erectile dysfunction, your high blood pressure, this could kill you, is always, or death. Okay? Whenever they show anything about these mRNA vaccines, there's never anything about that. They don't show that. Basically, the companies that have to show that in their advertisements, it's because it's the law. So anytime they show you a vaccine commercial, they should show you all of those disclaimers about all the side effects and problems that you can have. But they don't. So they're actually violating the law. Why is that? Well, because the government owns it. The NIH owns half of it. So the video, he has this big, huge board that he goes over everything, the timelines on how everything is and how it works down and how it breaks down. It is a 2-hour video. I mean, if you've got time to go through it, or just let it play and just kind of absorb it and take it in. And if there's something that strikes you, then go back and go, wait, what did you just say? Because I did that about 4 times. And it's just confirming everything that I kind of knew from the start of this thing. And it's all a cover up. It's all, even during this video that they were streaming it on YouTube and they were streaming it on Facebook. Partway through the video, Facebook took down the video. He's showing actual documents. He's not showing anything that he's made up. He's just showing clips and images from actual documents. This is all fact. None of this is like made up or misinformation. It's a direct fact from the actual documents. He has all those documents sitting here on his table right there. Those are all the actual documents with the actual emails with all the actual information directly sent from Fauci to other people. That's as fact as you can get, but Facebook doesn't care about that because they're pushing that narrative. They want you to get vaccines. They want to control you. And that's what all this is about now. Maybe in the beginning, wanting to help people by making better vaccines was the start, but now it's about control. And the vaccine mandate has been about control. So make sure you know what's going on, and make sure you call your senators. Tell them you don't want this stuff. That's what I have a letter that I'm writing to my senator, and I'll make a video about the letter that I'm writing and going to be sending to my senators. Now that I'm here in Florida and have senators that actually understand how to protect their people and everything and all that. So I'll put links to this video. I'll put links to this John Campbell. If you want some really good, non-biased, factual, I mean, if there's things that are bad, he's right up front about it. Just like this thing with Kyle. He had pericarditis. He, at the beginning of this, once he got his COVID shots, there was times where weeks where he could not get out of bed. And they're saying that it may be a lifetime that he has this problem for the rest of his life. There are other people that are in wheelchairs, other people that had family members that are dead because of this vaccine. So I'll put a link to his channel. He's very good, just very enjoyable. He has great direct information. And that's always been good. All right. Well, thanks for watching this. This is a new channel. Hopefully people will be able to see it and start subscribing to the channel, because I'm just going to continue to dump information. I have another channel that I have out there that I don't want to put this on there. The other channel is a technology channel. I want to keep that kind of pure technology. But other stuff that I'm just going to talk about, I needed a place to put it. So boom, I make a new channel, and there we go. All right. So if you got any questions, if you have any comments about anything that you think this is a conspiracy, or you think, oh my gosh, I can't go outside, because I got to wear 8 masks and everything else. Talk to your doctor. That's the best thing you could do. Go to your doctor, directly to your doctor, have a good discussion with them. If you have a condition that can be exacerbated by any sickness, whether it be flu or a corona type virus or anything like that, talk to your doctor and protect yourself. But if you're a healthy person, talk to your doctor. He might say, you're good. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Take care.